Phew.
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go.
Blast? Expedition?
Yeah! Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast!
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun! I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Lawfu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Lawfu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
Himeko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete with martial contests when it comes to fun, right? Plus, you're the only one with so many friends on the Lawfu. I'll be lost if you don't come along. You've gotta lead the way.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Lawfu.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lawfu, right?
Just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Lawfu. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Lawfu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know? Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say. I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us. Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Lawfu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Exactly. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lofu fighter jet. The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you...
You're the questions.
That's indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony...
Awesome! I love being...
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated.
See you later. Maybe...
Look, Yen...
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are. Everyone, this way. Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you...
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
What are you doing?
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Do you have to be suspicious around me, too?
You know, the last time we came to the Xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But, seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge... The General said this ceremony would help the... It's a way to showcase our martial spirit. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony, too. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters. And General...
By the way, Yanqing...
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but when... I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
Just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check it.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him. Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Dreams do come true.
spice, psychic my friends. Indulge yourselves!
We have the ready for another.
That's all you got?
Let the show begin!
Like until everything. I will.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Wait, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain—
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented tech.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our...
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, according to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a star skiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground.
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Zhu Ming's diplomat.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the...
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Zhu Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the... You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the star skiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details from others.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake.
What are those people?
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and the Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near...
Yeah, that's well. Enough with the I'd love to chit-chat a little longer.
Is it a serious matter?
Thank you, but by the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of fun.
I doubt she did. Perhaps she's around here?
All right, let's not keep the general...
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent.
sure are a lot of troublemakers. Success and failure.
It's been a long journey, Elder Hawaiian. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend. Allow me to introduce you to General Hawaiian. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hawaiian is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his...
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had... Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Hawaiian.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hawaiian.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Law Fu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you.
You're more than welcome, General.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid.
Oh? Now you've piqued me.
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh.
Yes, it is. Now?
Nope. That won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But, by the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that boy...
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu sword masters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have—
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible sword.
Such grandiose names.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. I'll find another chance to talk with you all.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yun Li.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission. See if you can calm them down. Don't...
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants... Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight, it's just, you know... well, let's not...
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet?
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to, and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating that once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but...
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing...
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing.
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we... Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan...
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't...
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
What was I thinking? Serious.
Aw, I was so excited. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors...
An alchemist from the Juming serving as...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles.
Come on, don't think like that.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skill still. I'll do my best to follow his instructions.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just...
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your...
no worries. We're pretty... What's with you turning into a scaredy cat?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kind.
That's a hefty battleship there.
Time for a buzz. Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies.
I weep for the departed. It too.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Ill tidings manifest.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Ill fate descends. Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
Ill tidings manifest.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. Ill fate descends.
Again, on the still waters of oblivion.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a buzz. Ill fate descends.
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Destined for oblivion.
Mind your manners. Time for a buzz. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. Ill tidings manifest.
On the still waters of oblivion.
This is double speed. Ill fate descends. Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
Ill fate descends.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Ill tidings manifest.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss. Ill fate descends.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss. Ill tidings manifest.
Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Ill fate descends.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
Ill fate descends.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
On the still waters of oblivion.
This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Ill tidings manifest.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
This is double speed.
Ill tidings manifest.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I?
You know what? This isn't my first time, but straight up snatching IPC cargo. Isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever—
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you?
Trouble caused by the IPC?
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I was sent here to deal with the IPC program.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double-check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some
substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped R. O'Malley. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Galactic Commerce.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does...
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations, too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott. He's very talented, especially at imitating animals.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand! What's the point?
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me? Oh.
Just forget it! Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable.
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Ramei's experimental subjects. But have I—
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius Societies. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild.
Could you repeat that? Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express...
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Cienjo,
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Cienjo Legal Code, all official and private goods upon entering...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have no idea...
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection...
Confiscate it? How can you see it?
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk, the...
That's true. But the IPC, we both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right?
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations... Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it,
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude. Our ship will leave in a few days.
Your ship can leave whenever you... According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparent. Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me.
This lady... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC!
Turn it off! Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Time to test our dreams do come true.
I'll see you.
The strength, the heaven surge. Break! Awaken, dormant, world-cleansing dragon.
Still the same wall. Stay in step. Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Let's set up the I sent a storm, heaven surge. Rise!
some moves.
You, Heaven, sir. Break!
Tough luck, Ren. Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally...
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out what...
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps...
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackle. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving... It wasn't... It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right? You're back. Why didn't you say anything in the group chat? I'm on duty. Let's catch up later. Hey, I'm warning you. I'm carrying out my secret duty. It'll be annoying if you keep cracking jokes like that. Stop hanging around here and find something better to do. Once I'm done in a few days, call up Lil Gwei and Wawa, and let's grab a meal at Aurum Alley. Goodbye. Please do not hinder me carrying out...
I'm here to pay my respects.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission, the tides come and go.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes. I grew up here. Listening to this, it's kinda sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow...
The view here would be even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the Ambrosial Arbor has been
Well, Once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was... My bad. Well, since you went through the entire...
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean... Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the...
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but... Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce...
What? You! You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see.
Let's... Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, you know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a...
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take...
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is... well, I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your... I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations.
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to be...
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going? Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha.
It's for your own good, little Yunli.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both... Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your swords, and... Can we...
How many can you block? Bladed flight!
I sense a storm of heaven's surge. Rise! Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Time for swordplay!
Through clouds! You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
How many can you block? Strike with heart!
The strength, the heaven's surge. Break!
My turn!
Stay in step.
Time for swordplay! Bladed flight!
Stand to earth!
I sense a storm. Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
Tough luck.
Take your position.
How many can you block? Strike with heart! Swords descend!
The strength, heaven's surge. Rise!
Stay in step.
Through clouds!
Mood is... Let the show begin!
My turn! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
Time for swordplay! Bladed flight!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Still the same one. I sense a storm, heaven's surge. Break!
How many can you block?
Tough luck running into me!
Stand to earth!
Take your positions. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Time for swordplay! Swords descend!
The times are changed. Heaven's surge. Rise! Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
My
dreams do come true.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
Mr. Cloud! See? Your technique was all over the place. And you relied too much on speed. Is this really all the Cloud Knights of the Lawfu can muster?
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself.
Oh. Well, then I'll give you a chance.
If you're trying to pick a fight, just ask.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. You...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me. Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the truth.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou's spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite...
Hey! Was that the Yao Qing I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword?
Mine.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li, you think so too, right?
I agree. General
I was actually hoping you'd...
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General...
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you...
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Dan Heng.
I bet it's about how to deal with the general.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
Water heeds the cloud song.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Water heeds the...
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially... These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate... Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet Summon. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No.
This old man's words. Oh, wait.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan.
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. Oh, by the way, Yes, it's this case. There will be numerous contests. The host will dispatch a skilled war...
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady.
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. I don't mean to boast about our skills. I've been wondering... Moreover, I hear that Yen...
Thank you for your
If you want to give me a sword...
You've got...
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's...
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword...
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the sea...
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the War Dance by displaying their...
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of...
Huh?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So...
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it?
Things are already complicated enough as they are.
He strikes like lightning. Does Mr. Don Hong really need anyone's guidance? As for Miss March, she's like a piece of jade in the rough. Just...
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But, plus, I heard that each Swordmaster has their own special moves.
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special.
Looks like March's curiosity has...
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really...
So Miss Yunli has already agreed.
General, I haven't graduated.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh?
Yangqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for...
I see, General.
Now that Yangqing has agreed too.
It's up to you to make the...
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation.
You're too kind. General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters.
Because... General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between...
Elder Huayan is... still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Did we do something wrong? We really did save the Luofu.
Don't worry. No matter what happens, I'll stay here as a witness and answer any questions she might...
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victory...
Still stable, I suppose.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was...
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that, given my background...
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and as your friend, may I ask...
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the rule... As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against. The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape. It is for these reasons that I have come here. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but...
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing. The Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which, unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the...
That's true. And that's why I'm also...
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Did I over...
There you are! It's an honor to learn from you, Master Yanqing! Oh, in all those immersions and novels I watched, when apprentices want to pay their respects to their masters, they usually bring fancy gifts, kneel, and bow. I'm really sorry, but I haven't prepared anything yet. Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yun Li?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this?
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit...
You're awesome, Master Yun...
See? See? How?
Actually, I've prepared...
Huh? You have a gift for me.
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
The real competition?
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit... So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young...
All right, let's get started with the training.
Wait. We're having actual...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial art. Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
Ready to shine. Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Luofu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements. Blade in flight!
Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Sword strike!
Right on time.
Like this?
Well done!
Practice is up. Swords descend!
Strike with heart!
With a true heart and focused mind. Here I come!
Right on time. Again. Yes, you!
Yeah! Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? ready to shine.
How many can you block?
Melt!
Blade and flight!
Oh, I get it! Alright, check out this move! Mountain fall! Yes, you!
Strike with heart!
I could take Pia! I didn't expect the...
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March... Her
strength. Seriously, do you actually...
I could ask you the same thing! Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to sword.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww. You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more. You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more. Nice job!
Dreams do come true.
The times are changed.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Heaven surge. Break!
Stay in step. I'll see you.
The times are changed. Heaven surge. Rise!
I could take 10 of you!
Dead return!
Yeah! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
Let's improvise. Still the same one.
Break! World cleansing dragon.
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Awesome!
Rise!
Yeah!
Break!
Let's improvise.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
The dead return!
Rise! World cleansing dragon.
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Yeah! Oh, I get it!
Let's improvise.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
Rise! World cleansing dragon.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah! You're coming with?
Let the show begin!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Nice job!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death!
True. Let the show begin!
Set the seas of flame! Fight to live!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Awesome! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Set the seas of flame!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Fight to live! Set the seas of flame!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Fight to live!
Indulge yourselves! Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death! Recalibrating, set the seas of flame! Here you go, Master! Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas of flame! Yeah!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Fight to live! Awesome! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves! Let's improvise.
Fight to live! Set the seas of flame!
Let the show begin!
Fight to live! Set the seas of flame!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Fight to live!
Let the show begin!
It ain't over.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death! Oh, I get it! Set the seas of flame! Fight to live!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves! Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
waiting.
Set the seas ablaze! Nice job! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Lescar, Wasp, Jet!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Yeah!
Dreams do come true.
Fight to live!
Let the show begin!
Set the seas ablaze!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Oh, I get it!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin! You'll catch up.
Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
Dreams do come true.
Fight to live!
Let the show begin!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Lescar, Wasp, Jet!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Awesome! Now watch this! Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Lescar, Wasp, Jet!
Let the show begin!